spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
He'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he works it past the 30. Almost to the 25.
16 yards.
16 more on that one and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a first down. His second catch of the opening drive.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Let's go,
first down. They'll go to the ground attack. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by the Bluffton is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
29-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Well, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense for the Vikings very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
And 10 yards.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
That's how you shake off the interception you throw in the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Second and 10.
Back to throw again.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And he will take this one home. It's
Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
An absolute static on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they got the lead, but I'm not seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for six. Already have a pair of touchdowns. They got everything going their way early on.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Good return up past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40.
39-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they entered play on the two-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. So go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
A gain of 15. And the Saints first down.
Now Lawrence to throw. Throw to the right, caught by a Gotw.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
It's second and inches.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Brings up second and 7.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warrior 17. Take over.
Here's a second and 7. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. A 1-yard gain there following a 3-yard pickup on first down.
Look at the Saints defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
First and 10.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one's going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first down coming up.
ETN up the middle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hey, I'm gun. Go, let's go. Go.
Lawrence. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Sink right open. 11. Sink right.
Now Lawrence. Working the middle of the field. He's got man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Soko, 11, 13, Lou. 30 left. Easy.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number 1, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Let's go.
Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Done a great job by the crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. In motion, the tight end.
Kill.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A nightmare of a first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
58 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down. Here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Ready, go!
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll look to throw here.
Completes this to Addison out left.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
The Saints 4-yard line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the round is on here this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Hey, Lion.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Think right open. Oh, hey, go, go. Go, go. Silver. Go, go. Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Heavy. Sink right. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
23. Turn. This is hot. 11. 11. Easy. Read a 54.
Lawrence will throw.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. A short throw taken in by Gotw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing, Shuck. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Shuck now to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the Their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans.
J.K. Dobbins.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are able to claw one back.
They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. Extra point just does sneak over the bar. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for... this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And the Saints.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
To throw now, Shuck.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Off the fake, now Shuck's going to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's second down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
J.K. Dobbins
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Saints are able to at least get one score back.
The kicker on.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
To throw is Shuck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
Give him 40 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A 3-yard pickup.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck.
This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Vikings 48, Saints 21.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Gotw. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Shuck. For Killer here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Here's Shuck. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Saints.
Now Shuck. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Mustang 19.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
It's a gain of 11.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Shuck again.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now. 18, find it, Cowboy 80. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close
right?
to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown saving.
There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Vikings start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one just finally goes. They just ran onto that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings pull it away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
19 Lion.
Again, it's Shuck. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go now. Rocco, go.
Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here we go. Hurt. Viking 18.
And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Saints 28.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. 49 yards. And the Vikings are pouring it on. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just held on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
Throw finding Thornton over the middle.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 49-yard line.
He finds his man complete. It's Daniels.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
19 tight.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. They help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Outside, so I'm staying inside. Show you and I vibe to the booth. Like Tupac, I see the bunch of mean guys in the band.
2nd and 15. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one gives them a long time ago.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
this, but you don't want to see more. You want to see more, but you want to see some. Like this stuff.
60 Bobcats. Here we go. Here we go. 60.
They'll set up a throw. That's to his running back, complete.
Now he's loose again. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. And what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this was a while ago. They just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Let's go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 10.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Second and 2.
Completes this one to Thornton.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before they close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Warriors, 70. Third. Hey, check that. Street.
Throwing, Shuck.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will go out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing.